Hey, what up? This is Music G repping the Underground Army. You're tuned in to Jay Steele's and Act Reacher 45, The War Report. Tuesday nights on YouTube, live and direct is the show. Saturday nights on 93.3 FM CFMU, giving y'all that new news and hip-hop interviews.
Yeah. Bitch, you know I get it in. It's a diary. Now tell a friend my rings are hot, my script's hot. I put it on my brethren. Got these hoes bootlegging them. They envious, they feminine. They hit me on my Gmail. My females more men than them. About 5'9". Trick. My metaphors are Eminem. No dope boys, but I cash out. Told Big Sean to let me in. Came through with some medicine. That other tracks irrelevant. How you on my level, man? When would I drop is 7 cent? I kick flows for cardios. No headbacks, but I punchline. My ways up, I'm eating good. It's MCs for lunchtime. Excuse me while I digest. God bless, I'm on the grind, I'm moving up. Y'all niggas suck doing sidesteps. Shuffling, you hustling. When I'm still the discussion, when my words hit percussion in. You senseless, no touching him. Maybe it's the look in him. Maybe it's the luck in him. Cause overseas they bumping him. They double me and doubling. Maybe it's my flow. Maybe it's my rhyme. Maybe it's my flow. Maybe it's my grind. Maybe it's my hoe. Maybe it's my life. Maybe it's my dough. Maybe it's my time. Maybe it's my flow. Maybe it's my rhyme. Maybe it's my clothes. Maybe it's my grind. Maybe it's my hoe. Maybe it's my life. Maybe it's my dough. Maybe it's my time.
Yeah, it's your favorite, yeah, your most hated Oddfella back for another one. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Salute to everybody that's passing through. Smash the like button as you fall on in. Hit the bell icon, you know what I mean, to get my latest notification. You know what it is, every Saturday morning we usually waking and baking, talking these hot boxing topics, you know what I mean, puffing on the best of piffery, and of course, cooking with the brothers, the usual suspect Ting, you know what I mean, most definitely. Want to salute the artists that were on the platform. We did the first annual All-Star Selection Show last Thursday, and it definitely was a success. You know what I mean? It definitely was a success. So I want to thank all the artists throughout the year 2021 that graced the war room and whatnot. You know what I mean? And salute Act Reacher 45 for coming up with a great idea. And I wasn't really feeling it at first, but we ran the idea, and we gonna have it every year now. You know what I mean? I got some of my associates saying, yo, Steels, we need to do this every month. I'm like, yo, chill, bro, chill. You know what I mean? We gonna do the damn thing. But so salute to all the artists, and it was a hard fought battle. Well, it was pretty much a domination. The Odd Squad, my squad, the Odd Squad lost 4-1 to Team Berserker. You know, dig. But once again, all the artists were talented. All the artists were dope. You know what I mean? But just to give y'all a quick recap, for those of y'all that missed it, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, the All-Star Selection Show. For those of y'all who missed it, let me show y'all the winners.
The TWR All-Star winners are here. From the UK, our starting point guard, Scatta. Coming from the Saga City, at the shooting guard position, Fly Connect. At the small forward position, from Canada, Dante Rhodes. At the power forward position, from the 905, Reed Roses. Moncton by way of Harlem, the center of attention, Michael J. Fox. Those were our 2021 winners, All-Stars from the TWR listening sessions. Remember, this is a usual suspect, Ting.
Indeed, we're hoping to have all those All-Stars back within the month for All-Star Cypher. You know what I mean? An official All-Star Cypher. It's been a while since the TWR platform has had a nice little cypher. This started with ciphers, you know what I mean? We gotta take a 360 back and do another cipher, but an all-star cipher, only the best MCs, and y'all saw what it was. But let me bring in Mr. Texas Drip, Mr. Smoke City Mobcast Part 2, my guy, 503 Lion. Y'all know
when
what it
you
is.
want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Let's get it. Houston Hard hit in the building.
The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Let's get it. Houston Hard hit in the building.
Shit, what content? Who got content? If I would got that content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Mr. Texas Drip in the building. What it do, family?
Hey, it's the Stay Young Lion, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Houston is in the building. From Houston to Hamilton, man. We on this wake and bake. You understand me? With the Oddfella, the Oddfella, you understand me? Usual suspect teams in full effect, man. Like I say, man, real dope production and show that you had with the All-Star selection and Michael J. Fox listening section, man. I see y'all doing y'all thing, man. It's starting to, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to flourish, man. You know. And that's what I love to see, man, especially from you, bro. You and Act, man. Like I say, man, this might be, y'all might be tapping into something that's totally, you know what I'm saying, coming out of left field, bro. And y'all got to keep doing what y'all doing. Keep doing what y'all doing consistently. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I love the content from you, you know what I'm saying? And Act, man, y'all got something going, man. You understand me? Keep it up, man. Keep it up, man. I'm loving that shit.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying? I've been intending to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, but it kept slipping my mind, so I had to tell you that on your own show. I told you yesterday, bro, but yeah, man, we got, like I say, man, a lot of big teams popping over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, y'all be on the lookout, man.
Know what it is. It's a usual suspect thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've been picking up a little bit of traction over the last couple shows, which is a good thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, salute for the continuous support, you know what I mean? You definitely always on us like, yo, we need content from you. We need content from you, brother, you know what I mean? So thank you for the continuous motivation, 503. You know what I mean? You definitely play a part, a major part to all of us usual suspects. You know what I mean? On a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? So you keep doing what you doing. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this. You kind of already alluded to it already. So you thought Michael J. Fox was the MVP of the All-Star selection show, no? Yeah, man. I mean, it's just something about him, his aura. You know what I'm saying? His vibe, his bars, music, beat. His like I like him. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Him and Scatter, probably my two favorite ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm I'm real picky on, you know what I'm saying, new music. Like, to me, man, your music, it gotta, the beat it gotta capture my ear, bro. If it don't capture my ear,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, but one thing I like Michael J. Fox music selection, bro. His beat selection, like, uh, yeah, man. I think he won that joint, man. My personal opinion.
Yeah, I can't much lie with you. I think he was the MVP of the All-Star Selection Show. It was a game changer, or it was game done, game over when he brought out the Act Reacher. And for those of y'all that missed, once again, the All-Star Selection Show, go back and run up those numbers. But I'm gonna play it for you right now. You know what I mean? Suspect number 1. Here we go. Suspect number 1 got a new intro, got a new fucking walkout song, got a new hit for himself. Yo, Act Reacher, let's get it.
World premiere.
Fox can do it all, bro. Like, Fox will pull up from the 3-point. He gonna go to the bar hot dunk. He Harlem dude. Of course he can ball, man. We got this.
Hit him like Reacher. Homie, I'm a teacher. Hit him like Pac. I don't need a feature. Nah. Hit him with a dope hook. Got him leaning off the ropes. Look. Woo! Hit him with a haymaker. You ain't getting saved by the bell. You not AC Slater. Nah, I'm Iron Mike. My flow got a mean bite.
Y'all gonna learn today.
I want today.
Yo. Pull up that song there, dog.
Go ahead and gloat. It's your time.
I just want to shout out all my brothers that are boxers and stuff like that. You know, that's doing their thing. I'm slowly closing in and about to make my way into the game. You know, I already applied for the license in Jersey and in New York. A lot of boxers don't got their own tracks, man. You know what I mean? I'm not really even gloating. I'm just saying, like, all I need is the world title, man. All I need is the world title, and I made it. I should definitely be going to boxer heaven after that. Salute to my bro, Michael J. Fox. Salute to the whole team Berserker. Y'all make sure y'all go back on a serious note and check out that All-Star selection listening session. It was a dope night. Steels did his thing with chopping everything up on the live. It was dope. I want all of y'all that did not get to catch it, please go back and catch the replay. I'm ready to talk some UFC and boxing, whatever Steels want to do. He earned it after last week.
Act. So you got your own song. I mean, for real, you coming into this professional game. You know what I mean? We try to do you like Jake Paul, bro. You know what I mean? You coming in with your own song. You know what I mean? You already got the YouTube channel. You damn near a YouTube star. You know what I mean? And shit, we can't forget you got your own shoes. Can't forget about your A-Trains.
Oh, yes, brother. Good brother, Jay Steels, laced it up. The A-Trains. Second fastest way to Harlem.
And they do come equipped with a fitness bag, Act Reacher. We got the A-Train fitness bag for you as well. You know what I mean? Because we know you got to put your boxing gloves and your water bottle and your usual suspect water bottle or something. You know
yes,
what I mean?
yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
You got a proper A-Train fitness bag to match with that. Link is in the description. But salute Act Reacher. That definitely was a dope show Thursday evening. But let's start cooking on some combat sports, fellas. And I don't want to get to the pick'ems yet. I see our favorite guys from Supreme Beast Boxing are late to the party. KG definitely has a good excuse, but Cadillac Red himself said he would be here to pick the UFC fight. You know what I mean? So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and give him some more time, you know what I mean, to get himself together, you know what I mean, roll up a little ting, you know what I mean, and then he can proceed to come into the war room. So before we cook on that UFC, brothers, I want to cook on something startling that I heard yesterday in heavyweight division. You know what I mean? And lately, this has been one of the sanctioning bodies that really hasn't been in too many scandals, hasn't been about the fuck shit, like the WBA and like the WBC and even the WBO. This morning I want to speak on the IBF, brothers. This morning I found out that the IBF has successfully blocked the fight between Hrgovic and Yoka. They said Yoka is not eligible, you know what I mean, because he already has a fight with Bacoli. I guess Martin Bacoli's team petitioned the IBF to block the fight, said nah, we want Tony Yoka in France in March. We're originally supposed to fight for that, you know what I mean? And the IBF agreed with Team Bacoli. No, Team Bacoli is signed to MTK Global, you know what I mean? So money talks, and I guess the IBF, you know what I mean, of course they heard that conversation and received it with open arms. So yeah, Hrgovic is now looking for another opponent as as Yoka has been taken off the table. 503, I'll start with you. How you feel about that latest news?
Oh yeah, with Tony Yoka, man, that's unfortunate, man. You know, and sometimes in boxing, man, you get lit up just to get put down. When you really wanna, you know, talk about it. But for me, man, I'm gonna say that Tony, I'm gonna say at least he answered the call, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes wasn't even entertaining the situation. So for me, I'm gonna say, you know, sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You can't motherfucking you know, out here trying to move too fast, and you got your left hand saying this, but your right hand doing something else. And I think that's what Tony Yoka was doing, man. You know what I'm saying? He was moving too fast. He seen an opportunity and he tried to take it, but it didn't work out for him, man, due to the politics in boxing and due to him already having a fight in the works. You know what I'm saying? So, well, not even in the works, it was actually signed, sealed, and delivered. He just, you know, thought it wasn't gonna happen because of the COVID. But I'm guessing they still trying to, you know, make him fight this other guy. So, you know, it is what it is with that. But we gonna hopefully, Hrgovic find another opponent, man. Who's gonna fight Hrgovic is the real question. You know what I'm saying? I know Tony wanted to fight him, but you know, it don't seem like we're gonna get it. So it is what it is with that.
You don't find no blame or have no shade towards the IBF for this, for ruling Yoka out. Because I low key think this would have been one of the best heavyweight fights of the first 2 quarters of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I most definitely thought the IBF, they didn't have all their ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? You know, they most definitely should have made sure Tony Yoka was all the way free, as in contractually and available to take this opponent. That's just bad business from the IBF and from Tony Yoka's team. You know what I'm saying? His French promoters, you know, the whole thing. Because Jay Prince does manage him, but he manages him from America. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He isn't involved in what the French promoters are doing over there.
Right.
So I'm not gonna fault Jay Prince for it, but you know, they gotta get it right, man. But I'm definitely pissed off at the IBL. Maybe they should postpone it until Uncle Ortiz. Hand is fully healed, right? But I don't know. What do I know?
You call Uncle Ortiz hand?
Go ahead, Act. Yeah, what's your thoughts on this? You know what I mean? Because
who's the homie? I'm sorry, Steels. Who's the homie that went to the IBF
to petition?
Yeah,
Martin Bacoli.
Yeah. Martin Bacoli, I can't fully knock him because he knew that something was on the docket. You know what I mean? He was only trying to make sure he had his fight. You know what I mean? Because if you look at Herkovich, good fights is hard to come by now these days when you in that mid-tier level at the heavyweight division. I still want to respect and salute Yoka. He's seen a bigger opportunity with Philip Herkovich and wanted to take that opportunity. Not mad at him at all. I actually respect that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody talk about nobody want to fight Herkovich, this, nobody. He's like, yo, I'll fight him. And y'all gonna get me, a spot. So he had a preconceived notion, I guess, by the IBF, but the IBS, because of Martin Bacoli. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'm saying the brother's name right.
Good.
He petitioned that, and like I said, it's a number of ways that you could look at it. But ultimately, I'm not mad at the homie Martin Bacoli for doing what he had to do, because like I said, good fights is hard to come by, and some dudes don't want to really be inactive. It's just a shame because I do feel like the Philip Herkovich and Tony Yoka fight, like you said, would have definitely been a great fight going into this quarter. So I do put blame on the IBF for throwing out silly preconceived notions, and not only that, I'm going to bang the gavel on them, of course.
Thank you, Act. Let me add on to that because you just got the wheels turning in my head. You know what I mean? Martin Bacoli, he's another one on the Philip Herkovich duck list. He's another one. He had the opportunity last year to fight Philip Herkovich in a title eliminator, and he didn't take it. Now he's out here petitioning to block another eliminator. He either doesn't like eliminators at all, or his newly signed management team, MTK Global, you know what I mean, got some big pockets and sent what they got over to the IBF. All I can say, somebody needs the walk of the walk of atonement right now.
Shame.
Bacoli was just seen last month fighting a Ghanaian heavyweight that I've never heard of before. It's not even ranked if you search in BoxRec in just Ghanaian heavyweights, you can't even find them. And this is who Martin Bacoli was staying active with. and the judges out here saying that Martin Bacoli is just looking to secure fights.
Shame. Shame.
I smell vanilla. I smell vanilla in the air in the form of vanilla envelopes being passed to the headquarters in New Jersey of the IBF offices. Not one, not two, not three, but now 4. And now the IBF has blocked another fighter from fighting Filip Hrgović.
Shame. Shame.
I mean, all I can say is it was going to be a dull fight. The history is there. They have 2 previous amateur fights, and I think Yoka has wins in both of them. Both undefeated heavyweights that are highly regarded to be future champions in the sport. And the sanctioning body that we have exalted has now...
Shame. Shame.
I gotta call it out. It's not as bad as what the WBC and the WBA is doing, but I mean, come on, IBF. We got to do better. We got to do better with that. You know what I mean? Allow that fight to happen. Allow that fight to happen. But I digress. Let's talk a little bit about tonight's fights. This is definitely an interesting card. Gary Russell Jr. is back from somewhat inactivity. In there with a dangerous opponent, Filipino opponent, Mark Magsayo, undefeated. Many call him a weight bully. He's big for his weight. Devastating punching power, type of punching power in the lightweights that can put you to sleep. Recap your thoughts, guys. Act Reach, I'll start with you. Do you have any change of heart on your pick at all? I know yesterday you solidly confirmed that you're going with Mark Magsayo for the late stoppage. Have you changed your thoughts on that?
No, I actually feel terrible about my pick. I feel horrible about my pick. And has nothing to do. Yeah, I had to let that rock out. It has nothing to do with the weight. It has everything to do with the psychological aspect in boxing. I just think that bro is dealing with a lot and the inactivity. Even though I know Gary Russell has been training, I still think like a real fight and the nerves and stuff and having stuff on the line is a whole different thing when you're going into a fight. Me personally, I could see myself being wrong. I could see Gary Russell eking out the victory. I'm willing to take that loss, but I ultimately think I'm still going with I'm still going with Mark Magsayo. I believe I picked the 10th round.
10th round, huh? So how you see how Blake?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. What happened?
Like, elaborate on that. How you see the 10th round stoppage?
Well,
we've never seen, like, before you answer, it's like we've never seen Gary Russell hurt like that. We've never seen him down.
Yes.
What do you see in Mark Magsayo that makes you think that tonight's going to be the night where Gary Russell gets stopped?
Well, Mac Magsayo, one thing that I noticed about him, even if he's like getting beat a little bit, he also is one of those fighters that I never seen hurt or wobbled or anything like that. Outboxed, maybe, yeah. You know what I mean? On a couple occasions, but I never see him too out of the fight, and his punching power definitely carries late. So I'm not very far off with my synopsis on saying what I'm saying, because he's shown, like, even late, he's still got that devastating power. I don't think Gary Russell ever even went up against somebody that punched as hard as him. If somebody could refresh my memory, please do. King Tug didn't, but King Tug is a puncher at 126. But I don't think he's a devastating puncher like Mark Maxayo, like Marky Mark. So I don't really even want to point out the injury, because if Mark Maxayo do win, I don't want that to be like the narrative being pushed, like, oh, Gary wasn't even 100%. And I don't think Gary should have even brought that up, since he's supposed to be, in the words of my brother Cadillac Ray, he's supposed to be how your favorite fighter is supposed to be acting. I don't think your favorite fighter is supposed to even be bringing up pre-existing injuries going into a bout, because I feel like that's always a segue after the fight if something doesn't go right to be used. You know, and I don't think that that's right if he does get the win. So I wish Gary Russell actually wouldn't even have brought that up, because I think somebody like a Mel Charlo, even if he would have had an injury, we would have had to pull his leg to get it out of him that he was injured. So that's my only takeaway from the whole thing with Gary Russell. But as far as everything that he's dealing with, I feel where the brother's coming from. If I'm wrong, I'll definitely eat the crow and apologize to Mr. Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Allen Russell Jr.
Indeed. Athletes 45 Jab Jamboree right here on YouTube. That means Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. 503. You were very critical on Mr. Gary Russell missing the weight yesterday. You definitely kept the same energy with regards to fighters' professionalism. How do you think this will come into play in this fight? And refresh my memory, who did you pick?
Yeah, man, I had Mr. Gary by majority decision or split decision. For me, bro, the telltale signs of struggling. Yeah, it's been a struggle for Mr. Gary. But I think the skill set, the speed, the timing will get him through and get his hand raised. It's not gonna be a typical Mr. Gary win. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be stylish and flashy and stuff like how he normally, get the job done. But nonetheless, he gonna get the job done, man. So you gotta respect that. You gotta respect what this man is enduring right now, and he's still going out here doing his job. I don't respect Cadillac Red spinning that narrative how he did yesterday, but Cadillac Red is very, 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 very intellectual, and he's a city slickster. So if you let him suck you in to the BS, then he'll get you. But I'm gonna say this, man. I don't give a damn. When it comes to me, bro, and my favorite fighters, I don't give a damn if they from Houston. I don't give a fuck if we was neighbors, bro. When you wrong, you wrong. Mr. Gary Russell was wrong. You can't miss weight, bro, and you're a professional. You're supposed to be one take Jake. You feel me? You supposed to go up and when you step on that scale that first time, bro, you supposed to make weight. You shouldn't have to go back and put more tension and strain on your body to make weight. I don't give a damn if you like Mr. Cadillac Red said, if you gotta take a shit. You know what I'm saying? You straining your body to defecate, bro. Yeah, y'all know how I feel, man. When you know, like you constipated and you gotta strain yourself to you know what I'm saying, to flush out those bodily fluids. You know what I'm saying? That's more strain that Mr. Gary Russell don't need, bro. You don't need to be doing all that, man. Especially with what he got going on right now. He got the media constantly criticizing him. He got, of course, the family situation. It's just a lot, bro, that he's dealing with, man. And he don't need the extra stress. But, you know, I think he gonna win. It's not gonna be pretty. But like I said, I think the hand speed, the experience, the championship level experience is key. Because let's just be honest. Mark Messiah never been in this situation before. Never been in this situation. He's never fought for a belt. I don't even know if he ever headlined the card before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he have. You know what I'm saying? Especially, what shall I say, headlined the card in America. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think it all might be a blur for Mark McZayo. And when them hands get to throwing and that speed get to showing, I don't think Mark McZayo gonna have enough to get him where he needs to go to, and that's to hit that victory lap, bro. I don't think he gonna have enough for the victory lap. That's just me though. I could be wrong. But yeah, man. My biggest thing, man, I want to see Mr. Gary Russell do. I want to see him, reveal his injury, heal from his injury. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, he get his pops back, and we get him back in the ring with Lil Santa Cruz or something.
Speaking of which, 503, because your ears are heavy to the streets. You know what I mean? Shout out. Make sure y'all follow 503 at Smoke City Mobcast Part 2 on Instagram to get your updated boxing content. You know, dig. But do you have any insider information on the actual injury to Gary Russell Jr.? Do you know if it's a hand injury or what?
Well, I don't know yet. I was actually on a homie panel last night. Shout out to my Texas boy, Knockout Boxing. He had Batman on there, which is Gary's big brother. He said that he wasn't gonna reveal it until after the fight, so we won't know till after the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I think this injury is very, very sustainable. I don't think it's gonna be nothing too crazy. Myself personally, might be a slight soreness in the hand or somewhat of that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's somewhere in the hand. You know what I'm saying? That's probably bothering Mr. Gary. But like I said, I'm not gonna put too much sauce on it. Like how like Mr. Ashleisha is doing over there. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
well, I did. I said I don't want that to be, a narrative, in case something go wrong. That's all I said. What is it that makes you think Mark Messiah is gonna win? Why do you doubt Mr. Gary? Because you're not the only one that I see doing that. This is the first time I ever even picked against Mr. Gary Russell.
Why? What is it now that makes you want to pick against him?
I just think that the brother's dealing with a lot, and I literally said it's not going to be because of the physical. I might actually be wrong on that, because it might end up being because of the physical in this fight. Gary Russell hand can end up, really getting hurt. Mac Messiah, you got like a pause. You got one of them watermelon heads. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Gary Russell throws something wrong. And I just wanted to ask you and Steels, would y'all go into would y'all go into a fight injured against somebody like Mark Magsayo?
Like Red said before yesterday, you know what I mean? Are you injured or are you hurt? If you're injured, you keep your ass on the sideline. If you're hurt, get your ass inside the ring.
Come on, act bro. You deal with little pain and soreness and tenderness all the time.
I
bro.
ain't even go for it in that tournament in October, bro. I wasn't like the first fight. I wasn't even, you know what I mean, all the way. You know what I mean. I mean, maybe because I pushed myself a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I ran and my coach had to like pull me back. He was like, "Yo, relax, bro. You got a pound. You know what I mean? Why you trying to come in a Zach? They letting you get away with a pound."
Who's familiar? Would you say both of y'all are very familiar with Gary Russell's personality, his energy, and his attitude?
I think I'm familiar with it, man. Mr. Gary Russell to me, bro, he a straight shooter.
Okay.
He a straight shooter to me, bro.
We got another straight shooter in the building as well.
Shout out to Stay Ready, JTT, BSTB, 503, and everybody else in the LDBC. Oh yeah, and the motherfucking general. See, I smoke that West Coast Whittler weed, so I call it that Cali Enigma. So they don't think for me to burn smoke.
I thought he was gonna curve him.
Yeah, he is the king of the curve, man.
Nah, man, I wasn't gonna curve y'all. I'm in here. I'm getting ready for this field trip. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to do a family field trip day today, but it's no way in hell that I wasn't gonna stop through on the wake and bake while I get myself prepared for the field trip. You understand me?
Look here. You better take a picture of that banana pudding cheesecake, nigga.
You got it. I'm gonna do it just for you.
That's what's up. Yo, we cooking on this Gary Russell, Mark Magsayo fight and whatnot. You know what I mean? We breaking it all down, and we was just talking about the supposed injury. You know what I mean? You in the DC area, you in the DMV area, bro. Have you heard anything with regards to the actual injury, or do you actually think this is gamesmanship? Gary Russell is playing mind games. You know what I mean? To be real, I didn't like his energy at the weigh-ins. He didn't look like that Mr. Gary Russell with the dominant personality that's assured of himself. He was looking down at the ground, while Mark Magsayo looked like the bigger man, the more confident, more assured in himself man. What do you say to that, Cadillac Red?
Well, I'm not gonna say he was on like some funny energy type shit. I won't say that, but I will say, and I said this yesterday, I wasn't feeling that injury talk beforehand, because it's the difference between being hurt and being injured. When you're hurt, you can still fight, you can still play, or whatever. But when you're injured, you can't. So it's not an injury if you're still going into the fight. It's something that's hurting you. That's the one thing that I can say. As far as everything else, man, I still got Mr. Gary Russell winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been doing this long enough. He should be able to overcome, you know what I'm saying, any obstacle that's been in his way. So yeah, man, I'm rocking with Gary, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely rocking with Gary. No doubt, man.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. You know what I mean? We live in the War Room. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Make sure you smash that like button as you fall on in. You know what I mean? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Right back at it, Tuesday for another listening session. Shit, we got so much artists coming through. I need to write it on down to make sure I promo it properly. But we got another big one on the docket. Big Rose dropping his EP. Gristle the Gristle EP will be dropping, and he gonna do his first listening session, his first appearance with the Gristle right here live in the War Room. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated, most definitely on that. Okay, now that I have you here, Cadillac Red, let's talk about this UFC. Yeah, I mean, and let's get our official pick'ems for the UFC, because we ran out of time yesterday on the Beltway. You know what I mean? We ran out of road and we had to take the exit, but we definitely have time for the on the Wake and Bake to definitely politic on this fight right here. I would say it's mildly being underrated. I don't think it's being talked about enough, and maybe because they're not Americans, I guess. But this is an absolutely great fight. You know what I mean? Gane is undefeated. Like I've been saying, he's a 5-tool fighter. He has it all. Yeah, he can fight you from a distance. He can fight you up close. He can fight you from the ground, on the ground. He can submit you. Francis Ngannou has underrated skills as well, but his power is Wilder-like. You know what I mean? His power is Wilder-like, but will he be able to land that Wilder-like power? Will he be able to deliver that Wilder-like power to someone as elusive and defensively responsible as Cyril Gane? I tell you, Cyril Gane is a guy that he'll box circles around the ring and bore you to death with responsible, cautious fighting, and then start picking you apart. He'll jab you with the kick leg for 2-3 rounds before he starts opening up his opponent. You know what I mean? And a lot of people might not want to see that, but this is why Cyril Gane is so effective against highly dangerous opponents. You know what I mean? So I have Cyril Gane in this fight. I have him winning by unanimous decision. This is going to 5 rounds. I don't see him stopping Francis Ngannou. There's going to be some shaky moments probably of Ngannou clipping him, but I think Gane has the chin, has the experience, because he's been in there with Ngannou as a former sparring partner. I think he has what it takes to be the capture and be the official UFC heavyweight champion. Cadillac, I'll start with you. Who's your official pick for this epic UFC heavyweight fight between Ngannou and Gane?
See, man, I wanna say Ngannou, right? But Gane is nasty, yo. I seen him in action, man, and he, just like what you said, he could be boring enough to strike on your ass, and when the strike is gonna hurt. But man, Tay Brown saying Ngannou, man, I'm going with Ngannou. I'm going with the expert, man. Fuck it. Just like that. That's what it boiled down to.
Look here. Tay was over there saying, yo, Ngannou was gonna win by upset. So she, by saying that, she herself understands that this is a dangerous fight. You understand? Because Ngannou is the champion, and she's saying this is an upset if he wins.
Nah. Gane is the champion.
Nah.
He is. You don't
he the interim champ. Fall back, homie.
Hold on.
Fall back. This is more my lane, my nigga. He's the interim champ.
Yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is he won the interim champ and basically was the UFC champ because Ngannou was having contract disputes and trying to get his money right. You know what I'm saying? So Gane became the champ while he was trying to get his money right. This ain't like regular boxing where, you know, you were interim, and if you were interim and the other nigga ain't there, then you the champ. You know what I'm saying? You know how it be. The WBC wouldn't do this. We so used to boxing.
Negro, please.
Hey man, you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Look, Ngannou got his money right, and it's only right that the interim champ fight the champ / former champ or whatever Dana White won't call him today. You know what I'm saying? For ultimate supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he is now is definitely not ultimate supremacy because game is on the horizon.
Thank you. Our resident expert has spoken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Has spoken. Read. No.
Okay.
Francis Ngannou was the heavyweight champ. Stop it, bro.
Yeah, okay, he the champ. I said that. I said he was the champ / was champ because he had to get his shit right. He got his shit right. They gave him the belt back.
He ain't never lost it.
I didn't say he lost it. I said they took it from him because he wasn't with the UFC. You know when you're not with us, we taking it until you.
Didn't he beat Stipe for the belt?
Huh?
Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, he did. He knocked Stipe Miocic out.
Yeah. But he didn't have that motherfucker when he was doing his contract dispute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
That's why the interim shit had popped up because he was doing contract dispute, man.
So hold on, I want to ask you. Did he have a contract dispute after he beat Stipe?
Yeah.
That's what you talking about?
Yeah.
So that's why Derek Lewis and Don fought for the interim belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they did that because it was contract dispute. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying. I don't want to make it sound like.
Let me find out. Red know his shit.
He not. I don't want to say he not the champ because he is. But you know, shit had happened and he had pulled back for a little bit from the man. Man, that's all I'm saying. I got him winning.
Look,
Red know everything.
Look, Red, you putting shit in history that's not supposed to be there, bro.
What you mean?
Listen, the man never was officially stripped of his title. He always had that belt.
I didn't say.
Tay said that's facts. Tay said Red was right. I think she said that's facts.
I'm not saying that he was stripped. I'm not saying that he wasn't champ. What I'm saying is they put him on, you know what I'm saying, pause while they was getting that money right. Because if he wouldn't have signed the contract, he was gonna get stripped naked in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it was in limbo. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad thing. You know, you just gotta re-sign your shit. We gotta restructure.
Francis wanted more money. Tay said.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I told you they cheap over there. I told y'all.
Oh man, we all know they cheap, man. We know they cheap, man.
Salute to KG. KG got Ngannou as well. Reacher, who you got?
I got Francie. My boy, Francis Ngannou, man. I think he's a heck of a fighter, man. I think he could do it all. I'm not sleeping on the other homie at all. I just feel like Francis Ngannou, man, he's a real talent, man. I'm going with my light-skinned brother on this one, man, for the win.
Bro, you colorblind. Since when is Francis Ngannou light-skinned?
Oh, my fault. My fault. My fault. The other one. Who's the one that?
The French game.
Yeah, the French one. I'm sorry, game.
He's a cross between Anthony Joshua and Tony.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I always confuse them two. I don't know why I always confuse
Tony Joshua.
Cano Loco in the building.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Steels, because the last time we picked him, he did real good. He did real good. But I'm not sleeping on Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou do got power though. Definitely. Watched him a couple times. Not as much as game, but I have been watching him because I remember the talk of the campfire was like doing a hybrid fight with Wilder and stuff like that. So I definitely been watching Ngannou. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to confuse the two. My fault. I got Gain though. Gain is definitely talented. Like I said, I seen him do everything. He can strike. He can submit you. He can wrestle. Yeah. I ain't go front. The light skin homie is nasty. I ain't go front. He didn't steer me wrong the last time we did the pick'ems. He was fighting somebody, and I think me and Steels picked him, and he won. So he ain't let me down yet. I'm going with Game, man.
Educated pick. 503 Texas Drip. Let's go to Texas. Who you got? Who you got? Are you still like mad because Cyril?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Your boy?
Yeah.
Go back to Texas University and work on your motherfucking stand.
Yeah, all that.
Let me hear it.
Fuck that bald-headed French fry waffle cone head ass, punk ass. I need to work on my English head ass, punk ass, boring ass Cyril Gunn, bro. Fuck him. Ain't fucking with that nigga. Is that a question?
Damn, that's hate. That's hate, 503. Jesus.
Hey, Richard, be quiet.
You heard him.
That's hate.
Tell him 503. You heard him.
Listen, man. I've been riding. Bro, me and Tay been talking about this fight for months, bro. When I seen Francis and Ngannou walking the other UFC fight, me mugging that boy, I say, oh yeah. Oh, we finna get our legs back on this waffle cone French vanilla head motherfucker right here. Yeah, I can't wait till tonight, boy. But nah, in our actuality though, Cyril Gunn a bad motherfucker, man. He one of them dudes. To me, he do everything good enough. You know what I'm saying? He like all around with it. You know what I'm saying? He like a B minus all around good fighter. From his striking to his wrestling, to his submission, to his ground game, ground and pound. He can do it all, man. And he really don't put himself in bad situations. So Francis Ngannou is gonna have to fight a real balanced fight and attack him at all levels, from wrestling to striking to submission. You know what I'm saying? But I am picking Francis Ngannou. You can believe that. And yeah, we got my boy Derek Lewis, man. But come on, man. We gotta know Derek Lewis is limited. He's a striker, bro. And I just don't like Cyril Gunn, man. He's boring, bro. He's boring. He's not exciting, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't get my attention like that. Like, if I gotta be forced to watch a Cyril Gunn fight, if he ain't fighting an exciting guy like Mr. Lewis or Mr. Ngannou, I'm not gonna be interested, man. I'm not. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So
the hate
I'm gonna
real.
say, hey, be quiet, man. You had your opportunity, man. I just want you on the show bright and early in the morning, so you can get this double crow, this number 2 with cheese crow sandwich. Yeah, supersized. Yeah.
That boy is talking spicy going into his birthday week. This boy talking spicy, man.
You just be like how you be when you win. See, Ack is that nigga. When he win, he want everybody to know. Well, that's that Harlem shit. That's that Harlem. You know, Harlem niggas is flashy. You know what I'm saying? Flamboyant. That's Ack. So when you lose, you know what I'm saying? When you lose, these picks tomorrow, I don't want to see Oddfella first. I don't even want to see Mr. Narrative Switcher Cadillac Red. I don't want to see him. I want to see you. You, Mr. Number 1. I want to see Usual Suspect number 1 to be the first one to pop up on my show.
Yes, sir.
You the 503. You ain't lying. When Ack Reach win, he be like, yeah, I did my running early. I can make the Monday show. When he lose, he be like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta train, man. I gotta go to the gym, bro. Yeah. I can't make the show, man. Okay. Yeah, get your mind here early tomorrow, champ. Cut the treadmill on early. Hit the bag. Do all the good shit you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And pull up on your big bro, man. We going live. 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock East Coast time. So you got enough time to get your shit together. So, hey, baby, I want you to be front and center to explain yourself. But I got Francis Ngannou, man. Knockout. I'm gonna say third round knockout.
Third round knockout for 503, Mr. Texas Drip. I mean, we gotta pick them in, fellas. Ngannou gone tonight. I mean, man, it's gonna be a great night of combat sports. Gary Russell Jr., Martin Magsayo, and of course Ngannou versus Gane. But we're not finished. You know what I mean? We're not finished because right here in the war room, we're gonna play out the fight of the century, the potential fight of the century, the fight of the decade. Will we ever get it? Will we ever get this fight, brothers? Will we ever get this fight, chat? Well, you know what? The usual suspects are gonna bring you this fight. Too much back and forth, messy talk, speculation about this and that between these two fighters. But this morning, we are gonna bring you the one. Huh? We are gonna bring you the one. Sanctioned by the usual suspects. Brothers, we're gonna go and check off the boxes and fight this fight on paper, since these two combatants can't get in the ring for us in 2022. January 22nd of 2022, Spence and Crawford will fight on paper live in the war room. Are we okay with that, brothers?
I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely with it. But I'm going to have to listen to it because the school bus just pulled up. You know what I'm saying? And the bus driver beeping the horn. So I got to get the little ones ready for this field trip. But I'm definitely in the chat and I'm definitely listening. You know what I'm saying? When the fight, put me down for Crawford.
I can't just put you down for Crawford, bro.
Oh.
I can't even look here. You're gonna have to listen and look here. Look here. I need verification. I need verification of the banana pudding cheesecake. All right?
You got it. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Special request. You got it.
Let me know. Let me know.
All right, that's the bet, man. Salute to the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Oddfella, Wake and Bake. Y'all already know what it is, man. Usual suspect, Ting. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the LDBC, man. And I'll holler at y'all in a minute, though. One.
Mm-hmm. All right, fellas. Let's get started with this. Let's get started with this and start checking off the boxes. I got my Excel spreadsheet lined up, so I will be checking off the boxes as we go. So we're gonna go with this. I hope you can keep your comments not too long-winded, but I'm gonna let y'all cook though, for real. I'm gonna let y'all cook that, y'all though, for real though. This is the Spence Crawford fight. We're gonna start off with power, hand speed, and accuracy. Ac reach of 45. I'm gonna start with you. We in the ring. We're not talking about resume. We're not talking about that other outside bullshit about promoters and advisors and who's calling who. We're talking about everything that's in the ring. On paper, we fighting January 22nd. Spence Crawford. Power, hand, accuracy. Who checks that box? And why?
They both do, really. They both do, really. They both check all of those boxes. In my opinion, it's more of a case who has more and who has the edge in it. Because I think when you talk about accuracy, Earl Spence got pretty damn good accuracy. Go check out that Chris Algieri fight when he got him towards the ropes, head body. It's like every punch landed. And for him to finish it off with his power hand, a left hook. He's a southpaw, you know what I mean? That was very impressive. A lot of people don't even land the hooks with their power hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So unless they, in close and throwing flurries and combination, he just bomb. It's like he knew to throw that punch, and it was like the perfect punch, and and knock Chris Algieri out. So accuracy, like I said, it could be Earl, but then again, I could go to a fight with Terrence Crawford when he fought Jose Benavidez Jr. And, I believe it was the 11th round. He caught him at the shot with an uppercut. I believe it was a left uppercut. I could be wrong. Could have been a right. But still in all, that sent Benavidez down, and then ultimately led to him being stopped. So, like I said, accuracy, power, what I just talked about, like they both check off on the list, so it's kind of hard.
Come on, Judge. You gotta pick one. You know what I mean? This is the welterweight fight of the century, sanctioned by the usual suspects, my nigga.
Okay, accuracy, I'll give to Earl. Power, right now, slightly Crawford. Because he's been knocking out dudes in different ways, and I don't know. Ever since he moved up to welterweight, I don't know what been going on.
Okay.
What else was the category?
Hand speed. Who you got hand speed?
I say Earl. I'd say Earl. And he punches in combination better. Definitely. I could say that confidently.
We ain't on to that round yet. We ain't on to that round. Slow down, young gun. Slow down. All right. Let me get on to the next judge. Let's go. Let's move over to Texas and see how Texas feels about, this first round of power, hand speed, and accuracy between these two fighters who checks the boxes for 503 Lion.
Accuracy for shit show going to the big fish. I mean, like I say, wherever Earl want to hit you, he gonna hit you. If that's with the jab, the straight, the hook, either hand, like as Richard pointed out, the uppercuts to the body, the hooks to the body. I definitely got to go with Earl Spence for the accuracy. Hand speed, I'm gonna give it to T-Bud. T-Bud is very, very explosive, elusive, and he can hit you. He can hit you in any stance he want to hit you in. And them shits is coming like a night train. You understand me? Going from DC to New York. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get a hand speed to him. Now power, I'm gonna most definitely have to get that to Crawford too. I mean, just based off his last two fights, man. If you look at his last two fights and look at Earl's last two fights, Crawford looked like the more stronger fighter from power punching. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I guess that's 2-1 right there for T-Bud.
Okay, you know what I mean? That's what's up, you know what I mean? We live in the war room. the usual suspect sanctioned fight between Spence and Crawford. You know, dig. We at the top of the first round. Actually, let me give you my little opinion on the first round, since I'm the third official judge of this here mega event. You know, dig. With power, I gave that to Terrence Bud Crawford. The proof is in the pudding. Since he's been at welterweight, he's had like 4 or 5 straight stoppages. You know what I mean? So yeah, the power is real. I give that to Crawford. I also give the hand speed to Crawford as well. There's not much difference. But if I'm gonna give the check to somebody, I gotta give it to Crawford, just by a marginal fraction. Punch accuracy, I definitely gotta agree with 503 and Ak Reacher that 503 that the punch accuracies with Spence, especially as he's throwing combinations, the punch placement, it's always there. You know what I mean? Body to head, setting up punches to open up areas to get clean shots in. That's Errol Spence all day. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely got him for the punch accuracy part of the game. Let's move on to the next round.
Steals. I said that he had it. I said Earl had it accuracy and power. And hand speed. So don't mess up my pick. All right.
Pause. Let me say that again. Accuracy and power for Spence.
No, not power. Hand speed. I'm sorry. I gave the power to Crawford.
Yeah, I got you right. Okay, I got you right. Don't worry, young gun. You know what I mean? Now you can start talking about combination punching, counter punching, and versatility. 503. Let's start off with you. $503. You there?
Yeah. Now, you said what? What was the category there?
Combination punching, counter punching, and versatility.
Ooh, combination punching. I'm gonna have to get that to EJ, man. Gotta get that to the big fish, man. I mean, his 1-2 is phenomenal. The way he changed levels from body to head, I mean, with the combos is very, very deadly. I could go back and replay 2 fights in particular where I think about just the combination punching, man. For EJ, the Mikey Garcia fight, bro, and the Kell Brook fight, man. I mean, he just was relentless, bro, with the combos. Now, what was the other 2? Versatility and what?
Counter punching.
Versatility. No doubt, man. I gotta get that one to T-Bud. T-Bud for sure.
For what? Counter punching or versatility?
No, for versatility.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Him being the best switch hitter in the game, him being able to switch in the blink of an eye. I mean, it's next to none. Probably the only person that can probably come close to him is Jerron Ennis, or probably Sunil Estrada. Those are 2 switch hitters that come to mind. But I think he's levels above both of them. And I've seen Crawford be versatile at a higher level than Deuce Ennis as of right now. Not to say Deuce Ennis won't come surpass that, but like I said, I think when you think about versatility with Crawford, I'm trying to reference fights. I go back and watch Sean Porter. I go back and watch Kell Brook. You know, soon as he switched to the southpaw stance, in the Kell Brook fight, he knocked Kell Brook smooth the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, I got to get at the Crawford now. Counter punching. I gotta get at to EJ slightly, because it's like motherfucking Terrence Crawford, he don't really be trying to counter punch, bro. I think he be trying to like dog walk motherfucker. And if you pay attention to his face after the fight, bro, his face tells it out. Salute to Agrucia for that, because he always say that, man. The face of a fighter is gonna tell you what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real, man. Terrence Crawford needs to be more defensively sound, because he gets hit a lot. He's always bruised up, bloodied up. Go back and look at him in the Kell Brook fight. He was bloodied up in that fight. He was bloodied up in the Sean Porter fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Even in the Kavalauskas fight, he had some marks and bruises. Errol Spence, I think, is just a better counter puncher. I think Errol Spence is a little bit more patient. Whereas Terrence Crawford is anxious. I love watching Errol Spence counter Mikey Garcia, Leonard Bendu, Algieri, Danny Garcia. Yeah, man. So I'm a slightly get that to EJ slightly. So yeah, that's 2-1 for EJ.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. We live in the War Room. Smash that like button as you fall on in. This is the official fight on paper. Since we can't get it in the ring this year, we doing it live in the War Room. Spence versus Crawford. Usual suspect sanction for our. We need to get the belt ready. Guys. Akricha. What's your take? Who checks the boxes on combination punching, counter punching, and versatility?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I see what Steels is doing. He trying to rig it up for Bud with these categories. What happened to stamina? What happened to mental?
We ain't even heard we ain't even been through the whole list yet, and you already complained in New York.
You know what I'm saying?
You already complaining, you as per usual. But go ahead.
Combination punching, to all you Terrence Crawford fans, y'all even gotta give it to Earl. If you don't give it to Earl, I know that's just pure hate. Earl done slayed many dudes off of combination punching. That's hands down. He should get double points in that category. I think he kind of specializes in combination punches. That's obvious. Counter punching, I disagree with 503. I actually think Terrence Crawford is, and especially at the punch, while you're throwing and the other person is throwing, that's to me the most dangerous time for a fighter, because you can't protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give that to Terrence Crawford, especially because what I brought up in the Jose Benavidez Jr. fight, how he countered him with an uppercut, and things went downhill from there. So I'm gonna definitely get that to Terrence Crawford. And the last one was versatility. You know, of course, you know, him being able to switch and things like that. Knock dudes out in different ways. I gotta give it to Terrence Crawford. I'm not gonna go too much in there. I don't want to give him too much credit, but versatility, I'll give to Terrence Crawford.
Indeed. I pretty much had it the same way you did, Act. Combination punching, I had to give it to Errol Spence. Counter punching, I gave it to Bud, as well as the versatility. You know what I mean? But especially with counter punching, it's a slight edge to me. But I had to give it to one, and I gave it to Bud. Let's move on. Let me get up the next banner right quick. You know what I mean? And we'll move on to the next round, which is gonna be transition from offense to defense, your overall defense, and the footwork. You know what I mean? And I'll start off with my picks for this. You know what I mean? With regards to transition from offense to defense, I got to give it to Errol Spence Jr. I think he's great at being defensively responsible, but at the same time being able to unload combinations at will, throw it to the head, to the body, but still be able to somehow protect his body and protect his head with being able to transition. So I have to give that to Errol Spence. He's just better at doing it to me than Bud Crawford. I think his overall defense is better than Bud Crawford. I don't see him get punched cleanly as much as Bud Crawford does. His defense might be a little bit more basic and less complex, but I think it's more effective than Bud Crawford, so he checks my list for overall defense. Now, when it comes to the footwork, I'm gonna have to give it to Terrence Bud Crawford, just because I feel that he has the ability to utilize the ring just a little bit more. I think his it's hard to say. I just give him a slight edge on that footwork. I just see him being a little bit more graceful on his feet, more than Errol Spence Jr. So yeah, for me, once again, transition to offense to defense, Spence. Overall defense, Spence. And the footwork goes to Bud Crawford. 503 Lion, what say you?
This is easy, man. The footwork I'm gonna give to Mr. Crawford. I think the footwork, his angles are very, very impressive. Because the reason why I like Bud's footwork is because Bud can be flat-footed and he can be bouncy. Like I say, it's all about whatever he feels like at that current moment. If he wants to sit on his punches and be flat-footed, he can. If he wants to be on his toes, nimble, twitchy, and box, he can. Earl Spence can do it as well, but I just think Bud Crawford, his angles is what impresses me the most, because he can hit you at a distance from an angle. He can come in short distance, and you know what I'm saying, he know how to turn real good too. Defense to offense transition, EJ. Like I say, EJ is a little bit more patient. I like how EJ catches his punches. He parries punches. You know what I'm saying? You don't really see these fighters of today catching punches and parrying punches. It's like a lost art in boxing. But EJ comes from that, like I say, from that Dallas style, that Texas style. And their games is very, very fundamentally sound when it comes to stuff like that. I think EJ can catch and shoot very, very well. He can go to the head, to the body. He can change levels and do whatever he wants. And I think you said overall defense. I got to go to Earl Spence once again. Earl Spence head movement his head movement. Like I say, the parrying punches, the catching punches, the patience, the counter punching. I think EJ is just a better defensively fighter than than Bud. I mean, it's like you look at Earl Spence's track record, bro. He really don't get hit for real, like how Bud does overall. You know what I'm saying? You never seen EJ get knocked down. I've seen EJ hurt one time. I've seen Bud get hurt multiple times. And the only two people that really just punched EJ like that to me was Sean Porter and Kell Brook. I can't say the same about Bud, man. Every time Bud gets in a fight, bro, he gets hit. Every fucking time. Whether that's Benavidez, that's Kell Brook, bloody in his eye, that's Sean Porter fucking up his eye. You know what I'm saying? Gamboa rocking him. You know what I'm saying? You know, Bud gets shit when you know what I'm saying, a lot. So I definitely got to get that to EJ, bro.
Okay.
So that's 2-1 for EJ.
That's what's up. All right, we come into our last couple rounds, you know what I mean, of this mega fight.
I didn't even get to go.
Oh, my bad, young gunner. My bad, young gunner. You should have interrupted earlier. You know what I mean? I thought you already went. My bad.
Nah, you went first and then 503 went. He trying to rig it up for
I apologize, Judge 2. I apologize. Act Reacher, Judge Galvatron, transition from offense to defense, overall defense, and footwork. Who you got?
I kind of seen it like you transitioning from offense to defense. Obviously, is Earl. I also agree with 503 said in the last round or whatever. Like when you look at their faces in the overall fight, you don't really see. Yeah, I mean, you'll see some marks on Earl every once in a blue, but nothing really, you know what I mean, substantial. Even though he knocked out Kell Brook and Kell Brook eye looked worse than his, he still got touched up. He had like a little abrasion on one of his eyes. I remember that. And then, like he said, the Green Machine fight and so on and so forth. So I definitely think transitioning from offense to defense, because of Earl's hand positioning is definitely better. Overall defense, again, that goes into what I said just now. You know, being able to transition and things of that nature. I think Earl, he does a better job of not being hit, protecting his body and head. I think he does that really well. That's why for a while it was always the fighters that got, the welterweight fighters that got hit the least was Earl, and then Bud would be right behind him. Now, as far as footwork, again, I agree with Steels. Overall, like being able to utilize the ring and moving away from things and being on their feet, I think Terrence Crawford does a better job to me at that. Earl's a little bit more stationary in his approach. Not that that's a bad thing. Sometimes you could conserve more energy that way. But I think Terrence Crawford, he's able to use the ring. Not only is he able to use the ring by having good feet positioning, he's always in the position to punch. So I would say he has the better overall footwork. Also being able to use angles time here every once in a while, you know. So I definitely give Terrence Crawford the edge on footwork.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We live in the War Room once again. Smash that like button as you fall on in. This is the epic fight. Spence versus Crawford, the one. You know what I mean? They waging battle right here in the War Room, and we judging it. Let's get to the next round of criterias. And we talking about head and torso movement, punch resistance, and stamina. We gonna stay in Uptown Harlem. Act Reacher, what say you?
My fault. Did you you came to me?
Yeah. I'll repeat. Head and torso movement. The fighter's punch resistance and their stamina.
That head and upper torso movement, that's a very good category, Steels. You see, you're not slow as a wizard as I be thinking sometimes.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
You know what I mean? Head and torso movement, very important in boxing. Upper body movement, however you want to call it. They both do a fairly decent job at that. But I say head and upper torso movement, I gotta give the edge to Earl Spence. I seen Earl Spence knock dudes out more in the pocket by doing that. Whether he's rolling, with a shot and catching somebody with a body shot, knocking them out, like Pino Cueva's nephew. I remember back in the gap when he was on the come up. I can name so many other examples. I remember there was this white fighter that Earl Spence fought, and he like threw a shot, and then Earl like rolled and came with like an uppercut. So I think Earl definitely gets that. As far as punch resistance, again, I gotta go with my Pisces brother. It's starting to show me that I think about it, like all the Pisces I know got good chins. Andre Ward, Mayweather, Earl Spence, me. Got great punch resistance. And even went back in the gap when Earl got rocked. I think Kell Brook didn't even hurt him like that. What was that African dude's name? I know you know, Steels.
He was a Ghanaian brother.
Yeah, yes, he was. Yup, it was back on Fox when Earl was on the come up. Yup, and he's the only one that I feel like really clipped and hurt Earl cleanly. I forgot his name. It was an early fight, and Earl got. Yeah, you were definitely right, Steels. He was Ghanaian. He was. He definitely was. I remember. He clipped Earl, and I seen how Earl came back. He didn't knock him out, but he came back and really started dominating right after. So resistance to all you Bud fans. I don't care what you say. I seen both of them get rocked. Earl came right back. Bud came right back too, but it took a little sec for him to get his bearings in the Gamboa fight. Yeah, Larte.
There you go.
Larte, that was his name. I couldn't think. Emmanuel Larte, that was his name. And he came right back. And I'm just being honest with y'all, ladies and gentlemen. The dude came right back. Stamina. We really still thank you for putting that. Stamina. This is a clean.
That's why I told you. Is
this a clean sweep? Young Guns. Damn, this is a clean sweep. I don't care. Every Bud fan, like, I'm sorry, bro. Stamina. I never seen Earl get tired, bro. Even after the car accident, and he fights the full 3 minutes on some Terry Norris shit. If you really look at both of their fights. Butter chilled for a second. He chilled with Sean Porter. That's why he was down. Earl Spence is constantly coming. It's like, damn, this one was a clean sweep. Stills, why you do that?
Always.
Everybody gotta have a say.
Always insinuating that I'm rigging the cards, my nigga. On to 503. Let's go to Texas, where everything's big in Texas, you know what I mean? Who got the bigger and better head and torso movement? punch resistance and stamina, 503?
Yeah, man. I see it a little bit different, man. For me, I think Bud has been showing a better stamina as of late. I think Earl Spence has been acting real brand newish when it comes to his stamina. I'm not seeing that same ferociousness and velocity that he once had, man. And I'm gonna keep it real, man. His new way of training, I don't really know if that's gonna help him, because like I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You had a good Blu-ray, had a good thing going with the strength and conditioning. You know what I'm saying? You was what, 13 wins, 13 knockouts when you let Mr. Blu-ray in your corner, in your camp, on your team. I think Bud right now has the best training regimen for stamina. Bud is what? Ever since he's been at welterweight, he's 6 wins, 6 knockouts? Something like that. Yeah.
Like that.
So, Earl Spence ain't knocked nobody out, what, since Lamont Peterson? And that was in 2017? 2018? 2017? Something like that. So it's been almost 5 years, man, since a man down. So that's why we transition from man down to big fish. Are we seeing a new transition? Like Money Mayweather, the pretty boy. You understand? Pay attention, fellas. Pay attention. No Blu-ray, no knockouts. I'm just saying. Is he gonna knock out Ugas? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I want to be wrong, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. So yeah, man, stamina for me, man. I gotta get it to T-Bud. You know what I'm saying? Training in Colorado in the element. You know what I'm saying? Doing crazy ass incline work. Running in the mountains in the snow. Like, bro, T-Bud is a monster, man. Yeah, I said it. Texas said it. I gotta get us to T-Bud, man. He's a gremlin. He's a monster. He ain't fired his stamina coach or strength and conditioning coach. He ain't broke his training regimen. He still go to Colorado. You know, they got the crib out there in Colorado. He training in the incline. And it's showing, bro. Who's knocking out and stopping Sean Porter and making Sean Porter daddy throw the towel in? Nobody. Yeah. So T-Bud for stamina, man. What was the other two, bro?
Head and torso movement and punch resistance.
Oh yeah. Head and torso movement. Like I say, that's EJ. EJ, he has underrated defense to me. So I'm definitely gonna get us to EJ. I think EJ has great upper body movement to me. He, like I say, he's always going up and down, man, to get those body shots, those combinations in. So the upper body movement is somewhat on the level of a Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I feel like him and Canelo are real good at that. I'm gonna tell you the greatest upper body movers in the game. Just to reference some other guys. I think it's Canelo, Earl Spence, and Shakur Stevenson. I think those are the best guys that could transition up and down and change levels at a elite level. So I got to get us to EJ. Punch resistance, I'm gonna say For me, man, I'm gonna say Earl Spence again because he got hit with some good shots in the Kell Brook fight, in the Emmanuel Lante fight. He was never once buckled, dropped, hurt. He just kept coming, man. He just kept coming, bro. You know what I'm saying? I even expect him to get tested versus Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Because Ugas got a pretty good right hand. So the punch resistance will be tested again in that fight. T-Bud has been on Bambi legs multiple times. So I gotta get it to EJ. He won EJ all day.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We live in the war room. Smash that like button as you fall on in. Spence Crawford, the one. You know what I mean? We judging it right here, right now. Let me give you my picks. Head and torso movement. I actually gave it to Bud Crawford. I definitely see both of y'all judges' points on that, and it's definitely starting to sway me. But for some reason, I'm picking Bud for head and torso movement. I just think it's just a little bit more fluid, even though he might not do it as frequently as Spence. I just think his level of head and torso movement is just a little bit better. Punch resistance, I got to give it to Errol Spence Jr. Of course, this only the one time. Shout out to Jamaican Chalice for giving us Emmanuel Larte was the guy that rocked Errol Spence. Other than that, that was minor. He recovered quickly. As far as Bud, we've seen him rocked multiple times, unofficially knocked down at one time, knocked down in the lighter weights against Gamboa. So yeah, once again, to reiterate what 503 was saying, we've seen my guy on Bambi legs before. So we got to give, not to say Bud is chinny by no means, but the punch resistance box got to be checked over on the Spence side, in my opinion. As far as the stamina goes, I got to give that to Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? For the fact that we've been questioning the stamina of Errol Spence Jr. all the way back to the Mikey Garcia fight. You know what I mean? And we question that stamina and that being a result into why Errol Spence Jr. didn't stop little Mikey Garcia. You know what I mean? So I think stamina is still in question. Where you see a Bud Crawford get stronger in fights and stop his opponents, we're seeing Errol Spence now plateauing and just, pretty much cruising to the decision. So stamina definitely, to me, goes to the Terrence Bud Crawford side. And that sums up that round. We're moving into our last round, fellas, you know what I mean, of this epic fight. And our last two categories are this. Let me update the screen. And do I have I do. So we talking about the better cornerman and the it factor, not IT. We don't need no technical support. I'm talking about the it factor. You know what I mean? The je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean? That energy, that aura. I'll start off. You know what I mean? I think the overall corner, the better cornerman has to go to the Spence side. You know what I mean? Derek James has proven to be a great trainer. Gifted with and showered with accolades. You know what I mean? Having in his stable currently 2 unified champions. certified unified champions. We see a corner that gives out good strategy. We haven't seen the fighters like Spence or Charlo have to deal with any cuts, so I can't even speak on to the situation what the quartermen do when applying or addressing cuts. But my overall thing is that the Derrick James side is better and checks the box more so than Bomac, even though Bomac definitely gets his credit as well for having a pound-for-pound champion in his stable. But I gotta give it to Team Spence. Now, as far as the it factor go, this is a hard one because I at first thought I really want to say nobody. None of these guys, to me, personally have the it factor. If I walk in the room with one of these two guys, to me, they just don't have the aura. They don't have the it factor. They don't scare me. There's nothing mysterious about them. You know what I mean? But if I'm gonna give it to one, because I got to, because we judging this, and this is the one, this is the epic fight right here on the War Room, Spence versus Crawford. I'm gonna give the it factor, unfortunately, to T Bud. He does have somewhat of an it factor, not outside of the ring, but he does have a mystique inside of the ring. Ak Reacher, I'm gonna let you go forth. Last round, the categories is overall corner, the cornerman, and it factor. Go ahead.
It's crazy. I think I actually might see it in reverse, Niels.
Okay.
I think,
elaborate.
But at the same time, maybe not, because now I'm starting to think about things. Let me touch on the cornerman situation first.
Okay.
It seems like comes to that corner is specifically designed for Terrence Crawford. And a lot of the other fighters try to get that magic, like a Jamal Heron, but the corner wasn't enough to beat Shakur Stevenson. Now, if I go to Derrick James, we had somebody that he didn't even train as long as Earl Spence, but yet they had tools. They came with tools and sharpened and added on other tools. And now is in a position and is going to fight for undisputed. So maybe I would have to recant my statement and say Earl Spence corner is actually stronger, and I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. As far as the it factor, I agree with what you're saying. It seems like out of all the boxers now, if we're going to just say African-American fighters, if I say anybody had an aura, it'd be Tank, but we're not talking about Tank. I'd say Earl Spence because of the outside the ring, and I'm gonna go with inside the ring. If I had to really give it both, the it factor is not necessarily have to be one specific thing. It could also be outside the ring. But I feel like with the Fox deal and the multiple pay-per-views and him selling the most, as far as numbers wise, outside of Canelo and Jake Paul, we're not counting them, but I say definitely Earl Spence. I think that has to go in with the it factor. So I think Earl Spence, you know, wins on both. And that's not me being biased. I just feel that way. Like I said, because of how he was brought out. The Olympian, you know, one of the dudes that really put Al, even though Al was already established in the music world, you know, he wanted to get into the boxing world because of his brother used to box, his older brother, Bobby Heyman. So he always had a love for boxing, and Earl being one of the first dudes to really like, you know what I mean, elevate, you know what I mean, the whole PBC and Al Heyman promotion. When I think of the PBC, Earl Spence is one of the fighters that, you know, automatically pop in my head. So I think that he has to have some type of it factor if he's selling the most pay-per-views. I think he even outdid Tank on a couple. So.
Okay, so just to recap, you got Spence for the it factor and Spence for overall corner.
Yeah.
That's
only because I'm looking at their corners as far as multiple fighters. If I was just going to say, you know, just Bud and Earl, then maybe I might see it a little different. But I do think that it's fair enough to compare how they do with their other fighters in big fights.
Texas Drip, Smoke City Mobcast, Part 2. What it do? We in the last round. You got for cornerman and it factor.
It factor. Man, this is hard, bruh. Like you say, the last two categories, because they really not boxing related. It's more so just the personalities and characteristics of these men. Okay, man, for me. Okay, when you say it, what exactly do you mean by it? Could you break that down before I get my final judge?
Yeah, when I say that it factor, I mean that je ne sais quoi, that mystique, the aura around them. Like when you look back at Mike Tyson, a lot of Mike Tyson, his fights were won because of his mystique. Before the bell rung, them niggas was shitting their pants and scared and already ready to lay down because of the mystique of his power. The mystique, there was even a time you could even look at Lomachenko, how he got fighters with the Nomaschenko. My guy, what's his name, the Jamaican cat that quit.
Nicholas Walters.
Nicholas Walters, yeah. You know what I mean? The boxing IQ, I mean, got the man possessed into quitting pretty much. You know what I mean? Lomachenko at that time had somewhat of a mystique. This is what I mean. Who has that kind of aura, that mystique that puts fear and plays mind games with their opponents?
Okay. The it factor for me, the mystique, the aura, man. I gotta get that to Bud. I think it's definitely a mystique aura vibe around Bud, because Bud is kind of he's a loner. He's kind of standoffish when it comes to the boxing world. I mean, we really don't know what Bud's feeling, really don't know what he's thinking. And like, people are in awe of him when they see him, you know, destroying these dudes at 147. If we just basing it right now off of 147, it's him, man. his ferociousness, his dog like mentalities, the mean streak. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to give it to Bud, but I think Earl definitely has an it factor too. I don't think it's as strong as Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I think Earl, he's a little bit more laid back, and kind of a chill type guy. But Earl Spence definitely, when that bell is turned on, the it factor comes out. But EJ is a little bit more open to the media, to the people. He isn't as much of an asshole as Terrence Crawford is. You know what I'm saying? And I think people want to know more about the asshole part in this day and age. They want to know what Terrence Crawford is doing, what he's thinking about, what's his next move, what he's gonna do, what his team gonna do, who he gonna fight. Like, I think Terrence Crawford got that it factor. Now, when you look at the coaching and training, I got to get it to EJ, man, because a lot of people try to go to Bomac and Coach Red and Coach Saul. Okay, yeah. I think when you look at it like that, bro, I think Coach Derek has a better track record. Because you see, and don't get me wrong, both of these trainers are phenomenal. And to me, I think you got to give credit to both teams, because I think Team Bud, Bomac, and Coach Red and Coach Diaz, I think they're hella underrated. I think world class boxing is underrated. They don't really get the credit that they deserve, because both these camps have produced champions, multiple champions, and they probably got future champions on their hands. But I think Coach Derek is a little bit more seasoned when it comes to elite level fights, in my personal opinion. I think his back has been against the wall more, with guys like Charlo and EJ. Now we've seen what he's doing with Frank Martin, and I'm gonna keep it real, man. I think Team Bud is gonna make a strong push in the years to come with Keyshawn Davis, and I'm gonna keep it real. And I'm gonna say this right here, right now, on the Wake and Bake show on the War Report with the Oddfella and Usual Suspects. We might end up seeing another potential big fight between both of these camps yet again, in Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis. Don't be surprised.
Wow.
Both of those guys are at 135 right now. They both are young in the game. I think Frank Martin has a couple more fights than Keith, but I do think, man, that is going to be a rivalry down the line, and these two camps might come down and see each other again. I know a lot of people are saying they want to see Frank Martin versus my man's Venezuela.
That's
but fuck that. Fight. That's a great fight. That's an in-house fight. But fuck that, man. I want to see Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin. yeah, I want to see that fight, man. But man, this right here is a very close. These are two close categories, man. So I'm gonna go 1-1, man. I'm gonna say EJ right now, because I mean, bro, you the reason why I'm saying EJ and Coach Derek is because, man, Coach Derek is possibly finna end up having one undisputed, one unified with 3 belts, and possibly getting another belt at the end of the year. So this man has the potential to have 2 undisputed champions and 1 prospect of the year in his camp. And our team Crawford has right now is just Crawford. with the potential of Keyshawn being a prospect of the year, contender of the year. I just think right now, man, Coach Derek is more accomplished and seasoned at the elite level. And mark my words, man, you will see Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis probably 3 to 4 years from now in the big fight talk at 135 or 140. Mark my words.
Indeed, indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of the 12th round. You know what I mean? The one, Spence versus Crawford. Once again, we live in the war room. Smash that like button. It's your fall on in the dig. We just had the epic fight of the decade between these two welterweights. Since we can't get it in the ring, we're doing it on paper. The usual suspect sanctioned fight between these two pound for pound champions on our list, at least. I'm gonna tally up these scores between us three judges. Suspect number 1, suspect number 5, and suspect number 6. And while I do that, y'all check out this latest pound for pound list the usual suspects put forth for y'all.
A new year brings new suspects. The Usual Suspects 6 present to you the Usual Suspects pound for pound list. If you see these individuals, proceed with caution. Number 5. Out of Ukraine, the gold medalist, who's the winner of the Muhammad Ali Trophy, the current unified IBF and WBO heavyweight champion, Alexander Usyk. Number 4, the undisputed super middleweight champion, also the former WBC middleweight and WBC junior middleweight champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Number 3, out of Glasgow, Scotland, the winner of the Muhammad Ali Trophy, the undisputed junior welterweight champion, the 17-0 Josh Taylor. Number 2, out of DeSoto, Texas, the unified IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr. Number 1, the former undisputed junior welterweight champion, the current WBO welterweight champion, out of Omaha, Nebraska, it's Terrence Bud Crawford. This is the Usual Suspects pound for pound list. Remember, it is a usual suspect team.
Yes, sir. It is the Usual Suspect Ting. The link is in the description. You know what I mean? The Usual Suspect 6. Make sure you subscribe to all the brothers. Merchandise apparel is ready to go and available. But yes, we got the scores in, you know what I mean, of this epic fight. Since we can't have it in the ring once again, we're going to have it on paper, sanctioned by the usual suspects. You know what I mean? Suspect number 1, suspect number 5, and suspect number 6 as the judges. And let's go to the scoring, because fellas, brothers and sisters of the chat, we have a split decision. As we see, we scored this epic fight with a multitude of different categories. I'll quickly list them again. Power, hand speed, punching accuracy, combination punching, counter punching, versatility, transition from offense to defense, overall defense, footwork, head and torso movement, punch resistance, stamina, overall corner, and the it factor, the mystique, aura, or that je ne sais quoi. Judge 1 had Crawford winning Spence by a score of 60, Crawford by a score of 80. We on a 10-point score system around here, as well as his usual suspect sanctioned fight. Judge 2 came with a score of 100 to 40, 100 going to Spence, 40 going to Crawford. Judge 3 ends it off with a score of 80 to 60, 80 going to Spence, 60 going to Crawford, winning the usual suspect sanctioned battle on paper, and still undefeated, and still the unified welterweight champion. And dare I say, lineal champion on paper, Errol Spence Jr. What's your thoughts?
Sorry, not to get off topic, but Talib Cunningham said, damn, Mel Charlo didn't make it, but Canelo made it. Let me tell you, Talib Cunningham, he was on my Path of Foul list. You know Mel was on mine. Mel was definitely on mine. So it wasn't me, brother. And he was on 503s. I could defend 503s.
Hey, I gave him a vote. He just
Yeah. Listen, man. That's the first quarter annual pound for pound usual suspect video. Once again, that was the usual suspect overall pound for pound list. That was the final edition. But we do have our own personal pound for pound list, 1 through 6. Okay? And we gonna have images, and we gonna have like how you seen videos. Now I'm telling you right here, right now. If you don't submit your shit, and we get all these joints made, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna up the score, man. Y'all putting pressure on me to do this and do that with the shit. So I'm putting pressure on the guys to submit their votes. We're gonna need them because me and Oddfella got some shit coming with the list. And it's very, very important that the brothers have their own individual video, they pound for pound video, and their own pound for pound list. Okay? Because we getting a lot of backlash from guys saying, oh, this guy ain't on that. So we gotta have our own individual shit. And oh yeah, by the way, Talib Cunningham, Mel was, I think, number 5 on my list. Number 5 or number 4, one of them.
I think he was like number 3 on mine. I think he was like
Yeah. He definitely on there, but he on my list for shit, sure. But he didn't make the fight.
Okay, enough apologizing. These sympathizers and whatnot.
No. I just want to say. The
list is the list, but guess what? We got our favorite little bro in the war room. Let me talk to him.
Come here. It's like there's soap on your head.
Yeah.
Just around here. Just around here. Idiot. Stupid nonsense boy.
All right, go ahead. Say something stupid, Mahari.
Hold on, I'm just coming in here
You
showing some
can't even
love,
do
though,
that,
bro.
right? You can't even do that right, bro. Come on,
Bro,
bro.
hold on,
How you
hold
gonna
on.
enter the war room and just be all hands?
Bro, I just come in here trying to show some love to you, Oddfella, and this is the things I get. Really, dude?
Hey, everybody gets an intro. Everybody gets an intro. I ain't discriminating.
All right. I'm gonna give you my proper intro. This is your boy, Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, representing the MSP, the north side in this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to the War Room. Salute to Oddfella. Salute to 503, and salute to Act Reacher 45. And by the way, your New York Knicks suck. Just let you know.
Woo. So how we living out there in Minnesota? What you been saying? You've been listening on to the epic battle. You know what I mean? Because you always miss the fights. Did you miss this fight as well, bro?
Nah, I missed the fight though, bro. What fight were we talking about here? That's what I want to know.
Wow.
What's the subject in here? Tell me, just tell me.
Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. We just had the epic fight, and the results came in. Your boy Errol Spence won the fight by split decision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They fought right here in the war room.
I'm gonna say it like this. I got Errol Spence Jr. by a 10th round stoppage. How about that?
It don't matter what you got. It already happened, and he won by split decision. Sanctioned by the usual suspects. I mean, that's what it was. We broke it down. All the categories, bro.
Okay.
15, 14 different categories.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know how to act, but I was kind of nervous. I'm like, damn. Sheesh, I thought, oh shit.
Oh,
look like he got
fall
caught
back
off.
in.
Yeah, he'll come back. He'll come back. Yep.
But yo, so what's popping for today, MSP? Are you gonna get into any fights? We got Gary Russell Jr. I need your pick on that. Gary Russell Jr. and Mark Magsayo. And I want you to go very much outside of your lane with this one. And I want you to give us a pick for the UFC. Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane.
Okay. With the Gary Russell Jr. thing, that fight's gonna be very, very tough because what's that dude's name again?
Mark Magsayo.
Magsayo, yeah. Magsayo is really big though, and he's nothing to me messed around with. So to me, the way that I'm gonna see how Gary Russell's gonna do this fight is pretty much as this. If he cannot try to get into a fist-to-fist kind of combat and try to, box in certain areas and try not to engage in a slugfest with Magsayo, then I think he'll have a good advantage in winning the fight. Now, here's the thing that we need to keep in mind here. We do know that Gary Russell Jr. has been dealing with a lot of family problems lately. So we don't know emotionally how he's going to turn up in this fight. Is he going to be more motivated to try to have his best performance of his career, or his emotions will get the better of him and he'll basically not perform well? So we're going to see how his head is in this fight. But to me, I think that he'll probably step up to the plate, show his best performance, and I got Gary Russell Jr. by unanimous decision victory because of his ability to not just use the ring, but also the ability to try to pick his spots and try to box in and use movement too. That's what I think is going to happen in that fight. Now, as far as the UFC is concerned, I got Ngannou by stoppage because outstanding wrestler, you know what I'm saying? And I think that he'll probably try to overpower his opponent on that UFC card. That's what I think.
Okay. I see what it is. This is, to me, it's a very close fight. It's 50-50. But I'm just leaning towards Cyril Gane, MSP. You know what I mean? I ain't hating on your pick. And I got a slight edge with Gary Russell Jr. as well. I think he's gonna pull it out with the unanimous decision victory. I'm not too much impressed with the undercards, not too much interested. Although we got Sabril Matias, who can be very exciting to watch, power puncher, but he's fighting the guy who he lost to. You know what I mean? So those are y'all bettors out there that are getting your trying to put your money on these fights. That might be a little smart pick. My guy Petros already beat Sabril Matias. He might have Matias's number. You know, dig? But that's it. That's all. And I mean, we've been on here for over 2 hours. You know what I mean? Of course, it was an epic fight. Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford right here in the War Room. Went to split decision. Errol Spence Jr. got the victory. Lineal champion he is. MSP, let me get some last words before we get on out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you sending me the link, though, man. Apologies for not coming in early as I should be. You know what I mean? Basically, I was out there doing my work in the gym, keeping my basketball skills in line. But you know what it is, man. Make sure to subscribe to the War Room, man. Make sure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest notifications when he come on live. And y'all can see me right here with the Houston Hard Hitters on 503 or Stay Ready Boxing TV too as well. I will be doing some live streams in the near future. Just got to figure out when will that happen. But it's your boy Bill Mahari, represent Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, represent the MSP, the North Side, and I'm his own.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Uptown, we coming to you. Let me get some last words, family.
Notice how Mahari don't come to my channel. Been rocking with him for years. William Hand don't come to my channel though. It's alright, William Hand.
Hey. Let me tell you something right now, there, man. I will come to your live stream. Don't worry about it. You understand? But you gotta show my Bulls some love, man, and accept the fact that your Knicks are terrible. And we'll come to some sort of agreement.
Because I see what it is. He don't want to come on the channel, but 503 be roasting you every time about basketball. Every chance he get. You just love coming over there.
That's because, man, he loved the Warriors too much, man. He got a love affair with the Warriors, though, bro. But I'm gonna
The same Warriors that didn't spank their Bulls 2 times this year? Oh, okay.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, with that being said, man, it was a great build. Salute to my brother Jay Steels, always dabbling in different things, music, boxing, MMA. Make sure y'all go check out the replay if you haven't caught. Make sure you subscribe to all the brothers, Mahari Nation. Also, for that good basketball talk, 503. He just gonna hit you with a live whenever he feel like it. And me, you gonna check me out Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I want 503 to get chopped to defend Keith Thurman, so Steels could do his thing. You know what I mean? With that being said, man, it's your boy Ack Reacher. I never steer you wrong, and I'm out, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Salute to Judge Galvatron. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Jab Jamboree right here on YouTube. Rocky Reviews, Boxing Night Court. Y'all know what it is. Let's go to Texas. You know what I mean? Let me get that good Texas closeout from Mr. Texas Drip, Smoke City Mobcast Part 2.
Hey, man. It's been another usual suspect team, man, on that wake and bake, man. I hope you boys is woke. You understand me? And I hope y'all boys is, baking on whatever it is that you're baking on. You understand? Shouts out to the almighty LDBC. Shouts out to the usual suspects. Plus one Mahari. Always coming in late. You understand? Because he trying to, you understand me? He trying to get that jumper right. Shooting in the gym. You understand me? On his early morning grind. I ain't mad at you, brother. Shouts out to the chat. Y'all be sure to check me out tonight. Fight Party, Play Party for Mr. Gary Russell. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk MMA. We're going to talk boxing. We're going to do the whole thing, man. And then tomorrow, we're going to have another live stream, 9 o'clock Central. You understand me? Usual suspect, Sunday boxing recap. Hot boxing topics. We're going to get into some dope spills, some hot topics. And yeah, man, I'm hoping that the family pull up on me, you know. And y'all be sure to check out Bullshit on the Beltway Monday, 3:15 Central, 4:15 East Coast. We're gonna be on Supreme Beach Boxing with Cadillac Red and KG, aka K_. You understand me? It's the usual suspect team, man. We grinding, man. We putting work in. We giving y'all content every day, whether that's myself, that's you know what I'm saying, Jay Steels, Act Reacher, you know, Supreme Beach Boxing, man. We just working, man. We got a lot of shit coming, a lot of merchandise coming. You understand me? More pound for pound list coming. And yeah, man. Y'all tune in, man. If you watching the playback, man, like the video, share the video. You understand me? To your community tab for my brothers. We got to get them to 1,000 wow. And yeah, man, we're going to keep working, man. That's it. That's all. We up out of here, y'all. Peace out.
Indeed. Salute. 503 line, early morning hunt, midday hunt, late night hunt, pray party. Y'all know what it is. Y'all go subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Y'all go follow if you ain't following already. Smoke City Mobcast Part 2. In the dig. Excuse me. Follow me at J Steels. Make sure y'all subscribe to right here, the Oddfella, the War Report, TWR. Hit the bell icon to get all the notifications. We are back on this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another live listening session. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? Promo coming soon. Roman King, I believe, is the guy that gonna be passing through the war room, dropping that hot fire. You know what I mean? In DC, they say, you know what I mean? They talk spicy, but Roman King says he's talking hot. You know what I mean? So you got a new track, you know what I mean, to drop within the war room. Yeah, he talking hot right now. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, salute to everybody that passed through. You know what I mean? It is the usual suspect Ting. Link is in the description. Merch link is in the description. You know what I mean? It's your favorite yet your most hated Oddfella. Salute to the whole LDBC. And I'm Gizon. It's a usual suspect Ting.
So I got with a sick tight click and went all out.
Wow, what up with it? It's your boy Cadillac Red. Make sure you go subscribe to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. We bullshitting on the Beltway. And you know you might catch a battle rap recap or a Crescent City convo out your boy. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, but don't talk to me spicy. Make sure you go subscribe to The War Report, The Oddfella. You know he keep a live listening session, a weed review, or he might slide up on you with a wake and bake hot boxing topics. You already know what it is. And make sure you go subscribe to 503 Lion. You know we stay on the hunt. Early morning, midday, late night. Shit, even on the weekends you gonna catch a fight pray party. Shit, what content? Who got content? 503 got that content. Make sure you subscribe to the homie Jab Jamboree, Act Reacher, Sundays, 5 p.m. Night Court will be in session. And he'll pop up on you with a hot boxing topic or a battle rap preview. Trust in Judge Galvatron. He'll never steer you wrong. Make sure you go subscribe to Stay Ready Boxing TV. If he ain't giving you ringside views, he giving you ringside interviews. You already know if you can't find them, Google them. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Make sure you go subscribe to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk with KG. You already know he's going to have sparring sessions and them interviews, though, on deck. It's only one underscore, but we still call him KG, though.